After the Russian city of Belgorod was struck by Ukrainian airstrikes, leaving hundreds injured and at least 18 dead, Russia has now vowed to take revenge for the same. According to Russia's state news agency TASS, Russia's foreign minister has called for a United Nations Security Council meeting on Saturday to discuss the same. Air defense units intercepted missiles and rockets fired by Ukraine's armed forces, and some of the debris hit the city, the defense ministry says. It said that the strikes were carried out with Ukrainian Olka missiles fitted with cluster munition warheads as well as Czech-made Vampire rockets. My colleague Arzu Seth with us on the broadcast. Arzu, if you can take our viewers through this latest attack by Ukraine on Russia.
Russia accused Ukraine of carrying out a terrorist attack Saturday on civilians in the city of Belgorod, including using controversial cluster munitions in a strike that killed at least 21 people and wounded dozens more. In fact, Moscow said the attack, which followed waves of rocket drones struck by the Russian forces on Ukrainian cities, would not go unpunished. In an emergency meeting at the UN Security Council demanded by Russia, controversially, Kyiv targeted a sports center, an ice rink and a university. In fact, in order to increase the number of casualties of the terrorist attack, they used cluster munitions. That is what he said. It was a deliberate, discriminate attack against a civilian target. Both the Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President are due to give a New Year's Eve speech Sunday as the conflict between the two countries approaches its second anniversary in February. Yes.
Absolutely, Arzu. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Sanjeev Srivastav also with us this morning. Mr. Srivastav, latest strike there by Ukraine against Russia, and now Russia vows revenge. It's over 600 days of the Russia-Ukraine war. Where exactly do you now see this heading 2 years later, sir?
Well, Sabria, first of all, very good morning to you. Good morning to all the viewers. This war appears to be escalating at this point of time when this year 2023 is going to be ending, a new year is coming. But there is no sign that this war is going to be ending anytime soon. And with this kind of attacks and the counter attacks, and that has also done in such a large scale that, Russia has carried out on Friday the largest missile attack on various cities across Ukraine. And now Ukraine has carried out this attack in the Belgorod region using cluster munitions. And before that in Crimea, Ukraine had destroyed one Russian landing ship. So this kind of attacks and counter-attacks are no good news, and it appears that both the sides are going to be, fighting this very, very hard. And obviously, this war is being fought between the major powers. The reality of this war is that it is being fought between the major powers. And on the one side, United States of America and NATO, they are providing their full military as well as economic assistance to Ukraine for fighting this war. United States of America recently gave a new package of $250 million. Another big package is pending in the U.S. Congress, and when it gets approved, then again there will be more money available to Ukraine. And on the Russian side, also Russia is now, when on Friday, they attacked the various Ukrainian cities. They have used hypersonic missiles, ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and it was the largest missile attack carried out by Russia on Ukraine. So this war is going to be escalating, it appears. But one thing is quite certain, that nobody is going to be a winner or loser in this war. Only the worst sufferer of this casualty of this 2 years, about 2 years conflict, which will happen in February. It will get completed. 2 years will be completed. The biggest sufferers are the people of Ukraine and the soldiers of Russia and Ukraine. So I think as Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has been saying from very beginning that this is not the era of war, and India has been saying this time and again in different forums that the only and only solution of this crisis can be found out on the negotiating table. And war fields, and if the parties are thinking that they will dominate over each other, it is not going to be happening because it is being fought between the major powers. It is not a simple war between Russia and Ukraine, but the major powers are involved. Indirectly, they are fighting, and this is obviously a contestation for enhancing their sphere of influence, and that is the reality of this war. So I think let's hope that in times ahead, wisdom prevails and this war gets over. But at this point of time, it appears, unfortunately, that no such good news is coming from European theater. And let me say at the last of it that recently the entire attention of the international community was focused on Russia, on Israel-Hamas's war. And now with this kind of escalation in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, again the attention is being refocused on the European theater, and that could be another reason why these parties are escalating this conflict, that to demonstrate that this war is still going on, and to grab the attention of the international community. It appears that the parties are indulging into this kind of escalatory attacks over each other.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.